Jim Meller sat discussing the day ahead with his daughter Julie. Since his wife Maggie left him for another man, Julie has taken on much of the housework that her mother used to do. "I'm going to go grocery shopping. I'll wash it when I get home." "What are your plans, Dad?" "I'll cut the grass and tidy up the garden. Later today, I need to tidy up my office. Throw away things I no longer need." Jim was interrupted by Julie's phone ringing. Ringtone. "This bitch is back." "Oh God, it's her," Julie sighed, picking up the phone. "Hi, Mom. What do you want?" "Oh, I was going to ask if we could meet. Maybe you could come here since your birthday's coming up. I can't believe you'll be 21 this year." "I'll meet you for lunch somewhere. There's no way I'm going to a creep's house." "Please don't call Tom a creep. After all, when we get married, he will become your stepfather. That's the title he'll get for marrying you. This doesn't mean I have to have any contact with him. So, when do you want to meet for lunch?" "I was thinking about next weekend. Does that suit you, Julie?" "Sorry, I won't be able to do this next weekend. Ryan is picking me up this weekend. I'm having a birthday party next. Maybe the weekend after that." "I didn't know you were having a party. I didn't receive my invitation. The party was planned several weeks ago. The invitations were sent out at the same time. Most of those invited said they would come." "Was your Aunt Linda invited?" "Yes, sure. He and Uncle Mike will be there." "Oh, that's strange. I talked to her yesterday and she didn't say anything. Listen. Okay, don't worry. Maybe I'll just show up in the evening. It's your choice, Mom. I wouldn't advise you to take a bastard with you. I know Dad is a mild-mannered man, but it's worth remembering that everyone has their limits." "Okay, I'll come alone." "Okay, Mom. I have to go. I have something to do. Goodbye." Julie passed out and her father smiled at her. "Have you told your mother where the party will be?" "Never. Let her figure it out on her own. I'm going shopping, Dad. See you later." Julie kissed her father on the cheek and left the house. 3 weeks later, ringtone. "That bitch is back." "Hi, Mom." "Hi, dear. I'm sorry you had to cancel the party. When Tom dropped me off, the house was in darkness." "Is everything okay, Julie?" "Everything is fine. We held the party in the banquet room at the Willows Hotel. There were too many people there to host it at home." "You didn't say it would be at the hotel." "You didn't ask. Since you said you were coming, I assumed you knew where." "Well, never mind. Did you have a good time?" "Yes, it was great to have all my friends and family there." "How was your weekend with Ryan?" "Perfect. We had a nice dinner and went to the theater on Saturday evening. On Sunday, we did some touristy things. We were at the London Eye when Ryan proposed to me." "Oh, this is wonderful news. So when is the wedding?" "We're not sure yet. We are trying to find a date that will suit family and friends." "That's a good idea. Please let me know when and where the wedding will take place." "Listen, I have to go, dear, because Tom is waiting for me. We'll be in touch for now." "What did your mother say?" Jim asked with a wry smile. "Oh, she was unhappy that I didn't tell her where we were having the party. She asked the bastard to take her here, but they returned home as the house was immersed in darkness." Julie laughed. "I told her that Ryan proposed. I didn't tell her where we were planning to get married." Jim laughed. "She'll shit herself when she finds out." "By then it will be too late, Dad." Julie didn't hear from her mother again for several months, hoping that she would finally get the hint and stop calling. Those hopes were dashed when Julie received a Christmas card, along with a gift card to her favorite clothing store. Julie responded by sending her mother a postcard that made no mention of Tom. 3 months later, ringtone. "That bitch is back." "Hi, Mom." "Hello, Julie. I see you changed your name on your Facebook profile. Does that mean you are already married?" "Yes, Mom. Ryan and I got married 3 weeks ago." "Well, thank you very much for letting me know. A mother should never miss her own daughter's wedding day. I know it would be weird if your father and I were in the same room, but surely you could put up with it for just one day. I hope this isn't too much to ask. Can I see some photos from that day?" Of course not. I will post them on Facebook very soon. I actually have one that I can send to you now. Wait a minute. Julie found the photo and sent it. Where was this done? On the beach, immediately after the ceremony. On the beach. Where the hell was the wedding? St. Lucia. St. Lucia! My goodness, that must have cost a small fortune? I don't know, Mom. I think it would be rude to ask Dad how much it cost him. Your father paid for the wedding. How? Who is that standing next to him? Yes, Dad paid for the wedding. The lady standing next to him is his girlfriend, Cheryl. They have been dating for several months. Jim, Ryan, and Cheryl were in the room, all trying not to laugh. Jim even had to leave the room. Where did your father meet her? Dad met Cheryl when he joined a support group to help abandoned spouses. Her husband did the same thing to her, so they helped each other through it. Julie heard her mother mutter something. Since you missed the wedding, you can come to the reception that we are organizing for those who could not come to St. Lucia. It will take place in 2 weeks at the Radisson Hotel. Please don't bring the creep with you. Yes. Okay, honey. See you at the reception. Do you think she will show up? Ryan asked. Most definitely. I told her not to bring him. We'll see if she listens. 2 weeks later, the reception was in full swing when Maggie walked in, accompanied by her lover, Tom. Julie rushed to her mother and stood in her way. Mom, I asked you not to bring the bastard with you. Is he leaving now or are you both leaving? I don't care either way. Julie, can we please talk outside? Julie nodded and followed her mother into the foyer. You wanted to talk? Continue. I'm listening. Julie stood and looked at her with a defiant expression on her face. I'm sick of the way you behave towards Tom. He's my partner and your future stepfather. You could show him some respect. Show him some respect? You must be joking. I will never show him any respect. I blame him for destroying our family, even though you were the one who jumped ship as soon as you realized he had money. Julie stared at her mother, who stood there with her mouth open. I asked you not to bring him with you tonight. For some reason, you ignored me and dragged him along. When you left Dad and me for him, you lost all right to participate in everything I do. You weren't invited to the wedding because I didn't want you there. And here, I didn't want you to be, but I gave in under the pressure of my grandparents. Get used to it, Mom, because I don't want anything to do with you or him. Julie pointed at Tom. For your information, Dad was able to pay for everything because he won half of the Euro Millions jackpot, and he was really lucky because it was after the divorce was final. At least he didn't have to share with you. Maggie burst into tears and ran out of the hotel, Tom following on her heels. Everything is fine? Jim asked when she returned to the banquet hall. It's okay, Dad. I just told Mom a few simple truths. Now let's go on and enjoy the evening. Subscribe to our channel so that your second chaff doesn't cheat on you, and go ahead and listen to the next story, because this story is nothing compared to the next one. If you're under 18, don't even think about listening to the next one.